One thing I really wish to end is to make videos on the Sunday I am posting them. I know it is possible. I've done it multiple times without any repercussions, always hitting dates. But it is not good because it's not following the plan of trying to have my life and balance and all of these things together and also be prepared, which is something that it's one of my core values, which I'm not having because I'm working on so many other things. This week has been crazy. I've been on production most of the week. At the same time, I've been jumping here and there, sleeping at very odd hours, trying to get my life together, and also been trying to do a lot of other things. I nearly lost this camera because I've left it at the client's place. I've also nearly forgot my lens cap also at the client's place just because I was just so tired. I nearly went into crazy because the client wanted to change the script on the shoot date right as we were doing it because they had this great idea which was almost going to go down the drain, but I was like, no, let's not do that. Let's just stick to the plan. Do not pull out a Leroy Jenkins in front of me. So, everything worked out well. People have started to treat me slightly different compared to a freelancer, where as a freelance videographer, you say that I'm a freelance videographer and I just shoot videos for people. It seems that they go, yeah, okay, sure. But now as someone saying that I'm building this business to film videos and grow a company and that sort of thing, they take me a little bit more seriously and they feel compelled to, hey, can I take your number? Can I take your contact? Can I, good networking thing. But the thing is, I'm not even ready because I have been on production for the past week, which means I do not have time to build the brand, make the cards and give everything. So I was just taking numbers from people and all that kind of thing. It seems very nice to know that my life is going in this direction. I was reading a quote somewhere that said that when you want to grow, do not be surprised that things start to get challenging because it's supposed to. When people say it's progressive, they don't tell you on that graph where the progression starts from. It just started at a high. I don't know where the high. Do you get what I mean? It just started and just started to go all the way up, and I was not ready for that. So that is my mid-January kind of update right now. But let's get into the video of why do I want to start this business. So the first is having an Ikigai. Basically your why, the why you do the things that you do, having a reason for the things that you do. It's a Japanese concept of the way of being, your purpose, your life purpose, and so on and so forth. And for me, I have found that long time ago. What do I love is to help other people. What am I good at is to make videos. And do I get paid for that? Yes, that already is that. And a lot of people are finding ways to develop themselves because as always, lifelong learning, people always want to grow themselves at different stages of their life. And so happened that I have created videos, or I want to create videos that shows examples of people in different parts of the world to inspire other people to grow and to teach others how to live and to grow themselves. So all these circles are my Ikigai, which I have found to be my why, the reason why I wake up. Even without creating the videos, I just want to help people. That is just me. I've already said this before. To me, I am always satisfied knowing that whatever I do pushes me forward to help people to the biggest degree possible than just myself. Me being a freelancer, I only can help one or two people. Probably put out a movie, it can help those many people who saw it. But as a business, as someone who will eventually, hopefully, be able to manage a bunch of people who can help me reach this goal to help other people, and we can reach a wider audience in that particular instance. So that is the one reason why I want to start a business. With the why that I already have within me, this will help me to bounce off even more than just being a freelancer. Another reason why I want to start a small business is because as I was learning to become an entrepreneur, whether it's in the money side of it, managing people, growing the business, so on and so forth, one person did say that if you have, let's say you take on a client, they pay you 20K. That is a high paying job. It's not really a business by his definition. So that really got me thinking. That is true. Where In a business, let's say those big brands, you have people working on the projects itself, you have people working on the finances, you have people doing so on and so forth. I was looking at my life and thinking, I'm just being I'm just doing a high paying job. I'm not really growing a business. Sure, in the start, you are doing the work, you are finding the people, you are managing the finances, you're doing what and what. The only difference is that once the money comes in, a lot of people spend it on themselves or growing themselves. For example, I could buy a better camera right now, and the clients that I take on in the future can pay me even more. But that won't solve the problem of me trying to find clients or me trying to reach my goals of helping other people, because I'm still doing the work. So in that particular scenario, let's say that I am this person who is working, meaning that I am just purely working on the thing itself, and I don't really have time to go and find other people or build a business, i.e. my portfolio, or even live my life, because I'm really just focused on doing the work. Then let's say a project comes in and I am working on all of it, and I can't really take new projects because it's hard to do that kind of thing, because I'm dedicating all my time to just working on this one project. So I'll say, no, I can't really take it, but I can take it after I complete this project. But more often than not, people will say, yeah, I don't really think that we can work together because we kind of want it like soon. We want it like now. And in business, what I'm learning is that the faster you give people their dream outcome, the faster they'll, that's just how business works. So after this ends, I feel that I can work on my portfolio, which is why I will take some time to work on the portfolio, which means I don't have time to be finding other people and working other jobs. I can do that in tandem, but purely focus on portfolio means really there's not really a lot of time. Then I go back to finding people, but maybe I don't want to find people. I go and take a break first, go to life, which means I am just completely off work, which means there's no revenue coming in, there's no money coming in, there's no work that I'm doing at the moment. I'm just purely resting. So you can say that this is a very good balance of life. But me wanting to reach my goals and a wider audience to help other people, in that range, doing this would never solve the problem of me trying to balance out life. I would just constantly be in this cycle of, finding a job, working a job, building my portfolio, living my life, repeat. There can be another way. So the way to break that is to delegate the jobs, which is something that I've already implemented, where I don't edit most of the work. As long as I plan the thing, probably go shoot the thing, someone else I have paid to go and edit the thing gives me more free time to work on the other things like finding clients or building the business and the direction of where we are going. And that just goes to show how delegation works, and I can be at different angles all at once while I am doing this particular thing. Having said that, this is another reason why the game of just building a small business is so fun to me, because I get to command and conquer, lead people into battle with this strategy which I'm doing, and it just seems so much fun. This is the last reason why I want to build a business, and that's because about just making money in general. I always was afraid of money because I lived in this very scarcity mindset where there was never enough. You go and work a job, they'll pay you one time per month, and that's basically what you get. So that is stable. Some people call that stable. Some people just don't want to have the hassle of thinking about, working, trying to find different ways to make money, and also to, just live their life. As long as they are doing the work, they know by this particular payday, they will get the money coming in, so they feel very secure. There's nothing wrong with that. But I realized there's another way to make money. In my blog, which I'll link down in the bottom, I have talked about how I discovered that I can make my own money by just, exchanging things. I was working a job, and then after that particular job was a corporate job. They were only paying me $600 because I was an intern for the entire month. Then I realized on that same day when I said that, hey, I already want to go because I have basically nothing to do. You're not giving me anything. Let me go. The person's like, no, you still have to stay. I have to keep you because you are the intern. You work for me, that kind of thing. And that really took a toll on my freedom. I just couldn't do that kind of thing. Noting that prior to this, I would have been working in other places where as the videographer or as the part of the creative team, they don't really hold us back because creativity cannot be stuck in a room. You need to be have that little bit more freedom, and at the same time, if there's nothing for us to do, why have us there, kind of thing. That just didn't make sense to me. On that same day, I had a client, and that same day I earned $600 just for 2 hours of shooting a client project, my own client project. That's when I realized, weighing these $600 together, that I can just do this myself. There are many other ways to create money, make money. It might be a little bit more unstable, but it could be faster. And the last reason is that I'm young. We've always heard how the old people say that, hey, I should have really gone for it. I should have really tried, but now that I'm too old, I don't have the energy to do it. I regret. It's always about regret. Everything after the era of self, when I decided to go out there, try everything, was about exploring without any regrets. Because I feel the faster I fail, the faster I learn things, the faster I progress in life. And now that I am 28, or going to be 28 this year in March, I feel still young. I feel still young. Young in the sense where I am still very energized to go out there and just try things. I'm not in my state of settling down anytime soon. I don't even have a girlfriend yet. I don't have the plans to buy a house. I can't even buy a house because, like I said, Singapore, the prerequisite is to get a partner first. Smiling because that's just weird, because I don't think that it will happen anytime soon. So all my money is just building this business and me focusing on my life, just being more healthy. I'm still young, where my bones don't break so easily. I don't fall asleep very easily. I don't get tired out so easily, and I have the energy and drive to just go for it. That's the reason why I felt that I should start a small business. So as much as I put everything into place, it's always about trying things, and if it doesn't work out, pivot fast, move on to the next thing. That is the reason why I want to start a small business. I find it a little bit challenging. I find it something that I always wanted to do. Not really something that I always wanted to do, but just something that has just popped out in my mind that I felt that I really wanted to try. Try, fail. At least I won't live with regrets in the future. And yeah, that's really all I have to say for why I want to start a business. Well, that's all I have to say for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you understand why I want to start a business. If there are any more questions, you can just put them down in the comments. Other than that, my name is NickyAdopt, and I hope to see you guys on the next adventure. Goodbye.